there's a quiet hum that follows some of us through our days. It's not loud. It's a subtle, constant feeling that you're not quite right. It's there when you wake up in the morning, a split-second inventory of your own shortcomings before your feet even touch the floor. It's there in a conversation when you walk away thinking of all the smarter, funnier things you should have said. It's in the reflection you catch in a shop window, a momentary stranger who doesn't quite match the person you're supposed to be. This feeling has a name. It's the shadow cast by a ghost. The ghost of the person you believe you should be. This phantom version of you is incredible. It's more disciplined, more charismatic, more successful, more at peace. It wakes up early. It never procrastinates. It has perfect relationships, and it never, ever feels this quiet unease. It walks beside you, a silent judge, a constant reminder of the gap between who you are and who you think you ought to be. But here's the secret, the thing we rarely stop to consider. This ghost isn't you. It never was. It's not even a future version of you. It's a collage, a Frankenstein's monster of borrowed parts. Think about where it came from. A piece of it is your mother's hope that you'd be more secure than she was. Another piece is your father's unspoken wish that you'd be more ambitious. There's a sliver of that popular kid from school you secretly admired. A fragment of a character from a movie that made you feel inadequate. A headline from an article that told you the 10 things you need to do to be happy. You've picked up these pieces your whole life, collecting scraps of other people's dreams, other people's values, and other people's fears. You've sewn them together with the thread of your own insecurity, creating a costume that you now try to wear every single day. And it's exhausting, isn't it? Because the costume never quite fits. It pinches in some places and hangs loose in others. You are constantly adjusting it, trying to make it look natural, hoping no one notices the clumsy stitching. You're trying to build a person out of a blueprint that was never meant for you. In the architecture of how reality works, this is a fundamental conflict. Everything in existence has its own unique signature, its own way of being. A tree isn't trying to be a better rock. A river isn't stressed about not being a cloud. They just are. Yet we, with our incredible awareness, spend our lives trying to live up to an identity pieced together from external noise. We have mistaken the echoes of the world for our own voice. And here is the great paradox, the central question that can change everything. Why do we pour all of our life force, all of our precious energy, into becoming this phantom who doesn't even exist? We spend years, decades, trying to breathe life into a ghost. We diet for it, work for it, meditate for it, apologize for it. We exhaust ourselves in service of an illusion. And all the while, the real person, the one who is right here, right now, reading these words, is left waiting. The one who gets tired, who loves fiercely, who laughs at stupid jokes, who feels a pang of sadness when an old song comes on the radio. The one who is messy and brilliant and complicated and completely, undeniably real. We treat this real person as a starting point, a before picture, a rough draft that needs endless editing and correction. We see our flaws not as part of our landscape, but as errors to be bulldozed. We see our quirks not as our signature, but as mistakes to be hidden. What if that's the biggest misunderstanding of all? What if the person you are right now isn't the problem to be solved? What if this person, with all their history and all their so-called imperfections, isn't the starting block, but the finish line? What if the entire journey was just about arriving right here, in this moment, and finally meeting yourself without the ghost standing between you? Think about the sheer relief of that, to put down the impossible task of becoming someone else and simply be who you are, to stop running from your own humanity, because the universe isn't waiting for you to become perfect. It's waiting for you to become present. It can't connect with a ghost. It can only connect with you, the real you, the one who's been here all along, waiting patiently for you to come home. We are taught to build ourselves, to improve ourselves, as if we were a construction project. But you are not a building, you are a landscape. You don't need more floors or a better facade. You just need to be explored. You need to appreciate the way the light hits in the morning, to understand the old forests and the hidden streams. The work isn't to change the landscape, but to finally see it for what it is. To stop comparing your wild, unique geography to a manicured garden in a magazine. The ghost lives in that magazine. You live here, on this earth, in this body, in this moment. The constant effort to be someone else creates a static in your connection to reality. It's like trying to tune a radio to a station that doesn't broadcast. You just get noise, a frustrating hiss of dissatisfaction. But when you stop turning the dial, you might realize there's music playing right where you are. It's quieter, more subtle, but it's your song, and it has been playing the entire time. The freedom we seek isn't on the other side of self-improvement. It's not a prize you win once you've finally assembled the perfect phantom. It is the simple, radical, and deeply courageous act of letting the ghost dissolve. It's looking in the mirror and seeing not the person you should be, but the person who is, and deciding that this person is enough. In fact, this person is everything. This is the beginning of living in alignment with the way things are actually set up. It's about truth, and the most fundamental truth is your own existence. Right here, right now, unedited. The ghost is the lie. You are the truth. So why do we give the lie so much power? Why do we let it be the narrator of our story? The only power it has is the power we give it. It feeds on our attention, our energy, our belief that we are not enough. When you withdraw that belief, it begins to starve. It becomes transparent, and for the first time, you can see right through it to the beautiful, real world on the other side. A world that has been waiting to meet the real you. By the way, our shared space of light and awareness is on its way to 100,000 people. Thank you to everyone who subscribes and brings this moment closer. So how do you let the ghost go? It's not a battle. You don't fight it or cast it out. That would be giving it more power, acknowledging it as a real opponent. The transformation is much quieter, much simpler. It's like putting down a heavy bag you've been carrying for so long you forgot it wasn't a part of your body. For years, you've been walking hunched over, muscles tense, breath shallow, all because of this weight. You don't even notice it anymore. The strain has just become your normal state. And then one day, you simply stop. You pause on the side of the road and you let the straps slide from your shoulders. The bag hits the ground with a thud. And in that moment, a wave of relief washes over you that is so profound it feels like flying. Your shoulders roll back. You take your first deep, easy breath in years. The world looks brighter. The air feels lighter. You didn't add anything to yourself to achieve this freedom. You just subtracted the weight that was never yours to carry. This is the mechanic of true change. It is not an act of becoming, but an act of undoing. Letting go of the phantom happens in these small moments of recognition. It's noticing the strain in your shoulders and realizing, oh, this isn't me. This is the weight of an expectation I picked up 10 years ago. It is the relief of pure being. And once you start putting the bag down, you begin to understand something fundamental about the way you were designed. The things you were told were your flaws, the parts of you that the ghost was supposed to fix, are not mistakes in your blueprint. They are your signature. They are the very things that make you functional in this reality. Think of a key. A blank, perfectly smooth key is useless. It opens nothing. It's a perfect piece of metal, but it has no purpose. It's the unique cuts, the jagged edges, the seemingly imperfect grooves that allow the key to fit a specific lock. Your so-called flaws are your grooves. That thing you call being too sensitive. That's not a flaw. That's the cut that allows you to feel empathy, to connect with art, to understand the unspoken things in a room. It's what makes you a lockpicker of human hearts. That tendency to be stubborn, that's the groove that gives you the determination to finish a project, to stand up for what you believe in, to not give up when things get hard. Your awkwardness in social situations might be the very thing that makes your close friendships so incredibly deep and authentic, because they aren't built on superficial charm. You see, the architecture of how things work has no room for waste. Everything has a purpose. We just get told a story that some purposes are better than others. We are given a picture of a master key that is supposed to open all doors, and we spend our lives filing ourselves down, trying to match it, all the while destroying the unique shape that opens the doors meant only for us. And here's what's truly interesting. When you stop trying to be the master key and start embracing your own unique shape, the world finally knows what to do with you. As long as you are projecting the image of the phantom, you are sending a confusing, distorted signal out into the network of reality. You're like a radio station broadcasting static. The world tries to connect, but the signal is unclear. People and situations that are drawn to the phantom might show up, but they won't feel right. The job, the relationship, the friendship. It will all feel like that costume that doesn't quite fit. You'll feel like an actor in your own life, reading lines that someone else wrote. But the moment you drop the pretense, the moment you let your real, flawed, unique signature be seen, your signal becomes crystal clear, and the principle of resonance takes over. This isn't magic, it's mechanics, like attracts like. A clear signal will be met with a clear response. The right people start to appear. Not perfect people, but people whose keys fit your locks and whose locks your key can open. The right circumstances begin to unfold, not because you forced them, but because you are finally standing in the place where they were meant to happen. You start having conversations that energize you instead of drain you. You find yourself in places that feel like home. Coincidences start happening that are so specific, so tailored to the real you, that you can't help but smile. It's reality's way of saying, "Ah, there you are. I see you now. I've been waiting." This doesn't mean life becomes perfect. It means it becomes real. There will still be difficult days. There will still be challenges. But you will be meeting them as yourself, not as an exhausted actor trying to play a part. You will meet them with all your strength, all your wisdom, and yes, all your flaws, the very tools designed for your specific journey. The relief of being yourself is the end of the loneliest struggle, the war against your own existence. You stop being your own jailer. You stop policing your own thoughts and feelings for not matching the phantoms. You allow yourself to be human. You allow yourself to be tired, to be joyful, to be unsure, to be brilliant. You allow yourself to simply be. And in that allowance, you find a peace that no amount of self-improvement could ever provide. You finally understand that you were never a project to be completed. You were a person to be experienced. You are not a problem that needs solving. You are not a rough draft waiting for an editor. You are the finished story, being written and read in the very same moment. And every word, every chapter, every messy plot twist is exactly as it should be. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs the original that is you. If this video changed something in you, write in the comments, "I am not a rough draft." Write it as your promise. Nobody